All right, Dana. Well, the last time we had a sit-down interview like this, it was probably over 3 years ago. We were in the old office.
Right.
Since then, we've got a new headquarters. We were sold, and we now have a partnership with ESPN. The partnership with ESPN kicked off January 1st of 2019. That was a new deal, and 3 months later, there's another new deal with ESPN. Can you sort of elaborate on the details of that?
Yeah, so right out the gate, day one, these guys were incredible partners. And we're very aligned with them in that I believe in everything they're doing and the direction they're going in with the network. It's the same direction we're going in. So I say it all the time, everything in life is about timing, and the timing couldn't be better for us to be with ESPN. So, these guys came in, kicked the tires, looked under the hood, they liked what they saw, and now we're gonna go with them with everything. Pay-per-view is gonna be with them. The fights that we're doing on ESPN Plus and ESPN Linear.
Dana, obviously this new pay-per-view deal with ESPN is massive. How does this impact the fans?
Oh, it's incredible for the fans. When you think about it, this is an exclusive deal. We are exclusively with ESPN, right? So these guys are when we were with everybody, we couldn't even offer discounts on pay-per-view and things like that. You'd have to get the approval of all these different groups.
Right.
Now it's a one-stop shop. ESPN's gonna be able to bundle ESPN plus the pay-per-views, and it's not all worked out exactly how it's gonna go down, but this is amazing for UFC fans. They're gonna be able to get so much more value out of the fights, whether it's ESPN Plus or pay-per-view, now with everything being with ESPN. We did this because this is good for everybody. It's good for us, it's good for the fighters, and it's absolutely positively incredible for the fans. And people will get nervous about this whole streaming thing. I hate to break it to you guys, but streaming is where everything is going. So if you have Netflix, you have Hulu, you have any of this stuff at home, that's basically what ESPN Plus is. You get it the same exact way as Netflix and these other streaming services. It's exactly the same.
And that's how they'll get their pay-per-views.
Exactly. And like I said, the value is gonna be better for everything that you've been paying for the last almost 20 years. And now with what we're doing on UFC Fight Pass, I'm gonna be doing so much incredible content that has to do with all different types of fighting and unbelievable stuff with MMA. So between us and ESPN, there's never been a better time to be a fan. And we had a 5-year deal with them. Now we have a 7-year deal. And Ari Emanuel and I just signed a new 7-year deal too. So we're here for 7 years. ESPN's here for 7 years. And the incredible things that we're gonna work on, I just can't even tell you how pumped I am for all of this stuff.
And we are in Las Vegas, which 777s, that means you win a lot of money. You signed for 7 years, Ari signed for 7 years, and the ESPN deal 7 years.
That's pretty crafty.
That seems like a
yeah.
good look for us.
Yeah, not bad. But like I said, it couldn't have been better timing. Everything worked out perfect. And for a company that wouldn't cover us years ago, now they love us so much. It's awesome. And for somebody like me who's been here since day one, it's all sort of surreal. But this is what we always dreamed of. We're doing, what I always believed we could do and what I hope someday we would do. And it's everything me and every UFC fan has ever dreamed of, and every fighter.
Yeah, you mentioned the fighters. How does this impact them?
Let me put it to you this way. I was on the treadmill in the gym this morning, and literally they ran a 4.5-minute piece on Darren Till, and the coverage that they're giving fighters, the exposure that these fighters are getting. And let's be honest, nobody does it better than ESPN does. When they dive in and do a piece on somebody, it's incredible. And the promotion that they've done for the UFC in certain fights already. If you looked at the first big fight we really did on ESPN Plus was Dillashaw and Cejudo, and you couldn't get away from that fight. So. Yeah. This is gonna be a whole nother level of exposure for these fighters. What we do with these guys in the next 7 years is gonna be ridiculous.
Would you say that this has been the biggest thing to happen to the UFC, this ESPN deal?
Yeah, it's absolutely. A lot of big things have happened to us over the years, but once you make it to ESPN, that's when you know you've made it as a sport. And right now, if you look at our deal, where we're at, what we're doing, we're now one of the top 4 sports in the United States.
The Big Four has changed.
Exactly. The Big Four has changed. We are one of them.